guys, we're back going into another round 2 game. This is Impact, Noble Impact going up against RNX. Now, Jack, you were in the chat, and the chat, of course, talking about Spacely's tweets from yesterday.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find this, but basically, give me the gist. What do you think people are getting all excited about in the chat?
So Spacely wound up tweeting 9 hours ago, saying something along the lines of, oh, here it is right here. Making a new YouTube video, won't be out till later today. It's an announcement video. Now, when there's an announcement of an announcement, that typically means something big is happening. Also, a lot of people in the replies saying Noble Spacely, Impact Spacely. We're seeing him play here. As you mentioned before, we saw Killa tweeting photos of him with Spacely at previous events, if I'm not mistaken, you said. So all signs right now leading to a potential team change for Spacely. Who knows? So early on in the game, maybe he just feels like it's time for a change, Chris.
Everyone is seeing the Noble Impact move coming. Are we just building up more hype on top of it? I don't know if it's true. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this happens. We talked about the history. When Karma said no, Spacely was one of 2 people that Parasite said they were considering adding to the team before Study was made as the official 4th. So Spacely moving in after Parasite went with a different team for the 5K. We'll see if that becomes official. Parasite did sign a roster, or excuse me, did sign an agreement with Noble. And I don't know if they will release Parasite from that contract just as they did their other 4 players, Sender, Miyagi, Slasher, and Chino.
Chris, really quick, are you in this game?
I am.
Okay, just making sure. No, I'm in too.
All right, here we go. Defender, guys, so this map, I really want you to take notice on the spawns. Let me know what you think of it. This, we saw Optic playing against Rise, and in my opinion, it turned out to be a very nice hardpoint map. It really rewarded early rotations and punished poor decisions. So we'll see if that comes true in this one. And Killa, we were giving him flack. How about a 4-1 open? Yeah,
this is definitely what you want to see out of Killa. When he starts getting hyped, his shot was just on point there. Some shaky shots right there, but utilizing that high ground right there. Now at 5-1, already on a 3-point streak. He's going to keep working here. Picks up another kill. Finally gets taken out. Already at 6-2, and we're only 40 seconds into this game.
Study going up against 3 Sentinel players inside. Gets 2, looking for the 3rd. That's Asino NYC, and there's the battle. Nice shots from Stud as he's going to pick this one up. 4 kill spree for Study. The man's going off.
Yeah, I think that right there, Chris, kind of shows the skill gap difference in their gun skill between these players. If Killa and Study have both just made huge plays by just outgunning their opponents and outsmarting them in the start of this game, I don't think we're going to see too much of an opposition here from the opposing team.
If you guys are new to the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare broadcaster mode, once again, the teams will stay consistent colors throughout their game. The blue team this round is RNX, as the Sentinel squad, our red team, is Atlas. After 90 seconds, the score is pretty close, 25-9, and it looks like Sentinel team is going to be in there first. Can RNX lock this down? Killa will be attacking.
Yeah, and this is something that we've pointed out in the previous games, where if there's one player on Impact who's struggling, the game remains pretty close, and right now that one player is Miracles. I do expect him to pick it up. Right now, sitting at only 4-8. Spacely holding down the hill for this team, picks up 1. No one even near him right now. It looks like all teams are rotating towards the next hill. Even he leaves that one a little bit early, now hopping in there to pick up the garbage time. But now, a 25-point difference here in Game 2. Spacely with some shots downrange. You're going to see this hill go across the map here. Let's see which team gets in it first.
Yeah, you can see the cutoffs already in place. They had 1 player on helicopter. Miracles was inside the new hardpoint first, and he is going to be met, though. 2 players inside. Prisma working with Watch Mark. So the question is, how long can the Sentinel squad hold on, as you're going to see everyone from Impact flooding in any second?
Yeah, and if you bring up the mini-map here, you can see how when someone dies, how far out they will spawn. It's definitely a lot like a hardpoint game in Black Ops 2, where you're rewarded for holding down the hill and the better spawn there. As you saw, someone on Impact got taken out. They spawned right next to the hill. Now I'm on board with Prisma. He's going to try to break this. Winds up taking out 1, not able to pick up another, as Impact still holding this hill with a 34-point lead right now.
Nice job, Spacely staying alive. 15-6, 13-9 is Study now. After his little rampage in the middle of the map, Study's going to get that kill to stop Sentinel squad from scoring, as well as milk the final 10 seconds. Now on the move, though, the Sentinel squad is set up first. See, the kill feed was all red, though, as it is Noble Impact simply outslaying their opponents at this point in the game. Kill at 13-8 is on our screen next.
Yeah, even with Miracles only dropping 7-11 right now, you have Study 15-10, Killa 14-8, and then you got Spacely at 16-7. There you saw Killa just chuck a nade there. He doesn't even care where it goes. He's just trying to do whatever he can to get some kills. There he picks up the guy anchoring in the back of the map. Finally gets taken out from behind, but you could see when he picked off that player, he had a teammate spawn right in front of him. Now they have this great back right hill spawn here. They're going to be right next to this hill for the whole time, and they're going to be soaking up a lot of points.
Nice help from the teammates coming off spawn. Study staying alive as long as he can. He's cleaned up. Spacely's going to go and fight for this hill one more time before it rotates. It's going to move in about 10 seconds. Question is, who's going to get there first? You can see 3 players all coming off respawn together right behind Spacely. The action's over at the helicopter.
Yeah, and what we saw right there was a really smart play from Killa. He saw 3 opponents in front of him, held his shots for a second there, picked up 2, then broke the hill. He started off this game already now at 19-12, but Study leading the team with 10-12 already with 6 captures. This is what you want to see if you're the Impact squad.
Going back over to Study, 20-12. What a performance so far. 17-11 from Spacely. He's taken down Killa looking for his 20 bomb. He's going to see all 4 opponents inside this new hardpoint. How is he going to get over there to break it?
He had some nice shots there. Now he's going to push this backside. You want to hold down this back helicopter. Unfortunately, he gets taken out, but that back helicopter gives you such great cover. You get some disgusting head glitches back there, making sure that the opponents can basically only shoot your face. And if they don't have good accuracy, they will not be able to take you out. 3 players already on this Impact squad with 20 kills. Miracles, only half that, but this team still up by 40 seconds as we're back towards the middle hard point.
5 minutes to go. Still within reason to think that the RNX squad could come back.
Yeah.
Anything could happen here with just a 40-point difference between these 2 squads. Killa, though, inside this new hardpoint, causing problems for RXN, and he will finally be cleaned up. Over to Spacely once again, our new player inside the hardpoint, challenging. He goes down. Killa's right back here 5 seconds later, and the action continues in the center of the map.
Yeah, just trading kills here. This is kind of the way that this middle hill on this map works. You're going to see teams just keep flooding in, just trying to make sure that no one gets too much time here. And we've seen that. That's kind of how things work on a lot of these advanced warfare maps, even on Retreat too with the courtyard. Everyone can just keep pushing in. There's so many sight lines on it. Here, all you're seeing is just flooding from all the different entrances. I think there's like 8 doors to get in this part, Chris. So no one's getting a lot of time here, but this next hill is going to be crucial if this NRX squad, or sorry, RXN squad wants to make a comeback.
Dyslexia. It's attacking us both today.
I know. I'm struggling right now.
All good. 60-point difference now between our 2 squads. Spacely going to try and break this hard point once again. Sentinel set up for just a moment. RXN feeling the pressure now. 1 player, 2 players, 3 players down. Last man inside does get the clutch kill. Big stuff from Mark. He's on a 4-kill spree after picking up another.
Yeah, Mark, the only player on this RXN team that is positive, sitting at 26-21. Went huge there in the hill for a couple seconds, but unfortunately his team is still down by just about 70 points now. Honestly, you're just going to need more if you're going to, you need more slaying power if you're going to want to beat this Impact squad. And what we mentioned before, Chris, is that the way this Impact team will lose is if they face a team that's equal or better in slaying. And so far in this tournament, they just haven't faced that yet.
Prisma's going to fall. Mark, last man standing on this side of the map, trying to figure out a way to challenge. Every time they come back from respawn, though, there's one player shooting them in the face, another one shooting them from the side, even if they're able to get that first kill.
And just, I got to go back to this for a second, too, is Spacely. This is the 4th game we've now watched from him. He's just got hardpoint figured out, I believe, Chris, or he's just on fire today, leading his team with 31 kills and 23 deaths, also leading the team in captures. You can't ask for much more out of a player. He's just going huge. Already at 4,000 points in score in this game, and we still have 2.5 minutes left. Here, he's using this high ground now, going to drop down behind the opponents, picks up one, picks up another. There's another one in there. His teammate winds up taking him out, and look at that. Just like that, Impact has control of the hill.
It's basically a guy who doesn't get enough love in the competitive scene, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He was kind of considered an objective player only in Ghost for most of the year until we saw him at Season 3. There for Most Wanted, he really took his game to the next level, becoming a super slayer like we've seen at times from TP back in the Complexity EG days. But Spacely, definitely a young guy who I think a lot of people need to pay attention to this season. He should be 18, I believe, in time for COD Champs. It would be his first $1 million tournament.
Yeah, that'll definitely be awesome to see how he can kind of grow, especially in this year. As we mentioned, towards the end of Ghost, he was really starting to make a bigger name for himself. Now, leading this squad, who knows if it will be his official team, as we were speculating before. There have been some cryptic tweets going out there, some people thinking that this could possibly happen. He could be the new Noble Impact fourth. I'm still on board with him, Chris. He's now positive 12, and he's just single-handedly holding down this hill, taking out anyone that even approaches him. It's great to see so much skill out of a player like Spacely.
Study, meanwhile, also putting up ridiculous numbers at 36 and 23. He had a 2.5 KD earlier in the day. And Spacely continues to look solid inside the hard point as Study is in charge of slaying outside. Let's go watch Study for a bit here as we're coming down to the last 60 seconds. Only 11 more points in this hard point needed. Kill is in there for the moment, and it's going to be Study coming off the respawn, who's going to be sprinting over to try and break this hard point again.
Yeah, using that double jump there, able to pick up one player. Can he pick up this other one here? Not able to do so. Mark, the one player giving this Impact squad some issues. Mark's sitting at 35 and 32, but Spacely already 41 and 25. Study at 39 and 26. Both of them dropping huge numbers. Killa waking up this game sitting at 32 and 26, and throughout this whole thing, Miracles at -6, but when your team's slaying this hard, you don't need every player to drop huge numbers to win a game.
Study picks up 2 with the help of Miracles behind him. They're going to look for a third. Got it, and that will do it. 250 to 135. RXN taken down in a quick 2-0 by Noble Impact. Spacely filling in today, and boy, is he looking good. Here's his duo Study as both players went 41-27, 19 captures combined, and Study finishes on a 2-kill streak. That's going to do it for round number 2 from the bottom half of our bracket. When we come back, hopefully we'll be able to check out this new squad playing today. We got the pickup lineup of 2 Denial players. Saints is in here with Zuma. We're also going to see Fizzerp on that squad. Very interesting match there. And I do look and see FaZe moving on to round number 2. They should be playing LS Sornage anytime. We'll be right back.